Well, let's go now to the Israeli parliament in Jerusalem and our diplomatic correspondent, Eli Hochenberg. Eli, Prime Minister Netanyahu telling his coalition partners, compromise, avoid early elections. Are they prepared to hear that message?
Well, Kalev, Benjamin Netanyahu left his office only a short while ago after long hours in which people came in and out of his office, perhaps most notably Speaker of Parliament Yuli Edelstein. Victor Lieberman, by the way, perhaps at the epicenter of this unfolding crisis, is nowhere to be seen. But let's take a moment and try to break it down. What is this crisis all about? So the Supreme Court made clear that this government must formulate a new legislation that will deal with the drafting of ultra-Orthodox students to the army by this term. The deadline is not here yet, but the ultra-Orthodox parties demanded that the bill will be completely legislated in all three readings before the budget is approved. Now, there's still time for the budget to be promoted, but Finance Minister Moshe Kahlon and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu wanted to pass it earlier as possible to secure the stability of this government. While the ultra-Orthodox posed this ultimatum, Moshe Kahlon, Finance Minister, said, hey, the budget must be promoted, must be approved. Then Victor Lieberman, who is now the Defense Minister, said, we're not supporting this ultra-Orthodox bill. I'm the professional capacity. I should be the one to decide, and we're not doing that. More than that, also politically speaking, Victor Lieberman is eyeing a secular electoral base. So this agenda against them is very good for him, politically speaking. So now we are here with most factions of the coalition more flexible than ever before, except for Victor Lieberman, and that will be the main denominator that will determine whether we are indeed heading to earlier elections or not, according to the latest estimations here in Parliament from sources within the coalition, within the ruling Likud party. Elections are looming.
Eli, as you mentioned, Defense Minister